only bands in Karachi were from the Christian faith.
The bands that played at that time were played a very pivotal role in inspiring us.
Keynote was the best.
They were responsible to actually provide us their equipment to practice on, because at that time we were all students and we didn't have money to buy equipment.
हमको copy करना होता था music को, तो whoever copies best, that was the criteria, because original labels उस ज़माने में थे ही नहीं.
Forever, my darling, our love will be true, always and forever. I was in the 10th grade. I think I was about 15, and there were bands like the Keynotes, Communications, Blackjacks, Vision. The bands that played at that time were played a very pivotal role in inspiring us. We were, younger brothers of all of those band members. We formed another band, and obviously we were very weak and we didn't know much about chords and stuff. So we would actually go to them with the lyrics of the song written out, and on each word where the chord changed, they would write down the chord. That's how we, would start off with just 5 songs. And we wanted to just use those 5 songs to come and perform at maybe a function kind of a thing. And gradually, slowly, we moved on.
In my life, music came, it was an unintentional entrance. जो नदीम था हमारा, उसके फादर सऊदी अरब से उसके लिए गिटार लेकर आए हुए थे, जिसको वो बैंजो कहा करते थे. मेरे कज़न का एक फ्रेंड था, ही यूज्ड टू बी इन नेवी, और ही यूज्ड टू प्ले म्यूज़िक. वो गिटार वगैरह पे, स्पेनिश गिटार उनका हुआ करता था, वो साइमन एंड गारफंकल वगैरह बजाया करते थे. तो वहाँ से पहली दफ़ा मेरा एक्सपोजर हुआ था टुवर्ड्स वेस्टर्न म्यूज़िक. फिर मेरे फादर वाज आल्सो वर्किंग इन द मिडल ईस्ट, सो आई रोट हिम अ लेटर एंड ही गॉट मी अ स्मॉल कैसियो का वीएल टोन. वो बड़ा छोटा सा होता. तो उस बैंजो से और उसके साथ मिलके हम लोगों ने जब एक कॉम्बिनेशन की, तो वहाँ से हल्का सा वो इंग्लिश म्यूज़िक की तरफ मेरा थोड़ा सा रुझान रहा.
The 2 bands that I remember who played a very critical role in building up my music career, I would say my passion, that was the Keynotes and Blackjacks. And at that time, Keynotes were playing at Pearl Continental, which was intercontinental. They were actually they were responsible to actually provide us their equipment to practice on, because at that time we were all students and we didn't have money to buy equipment. On their off day, one of the band leaders would come and he would allow us to play on their instruments in a discotheque called Nasreen Room.
Keynote was the best. उनका drummer was Malcolm. He played for Junoon for a very long time as well. And then Hillary also played for some band. I don't remember who, but I think I remember seeing him with Muhammad Ali Shaikhi as well, as a backup vocalist. That was a very unpleasant scene actually, because we've seen Hillary as a frontline singer in a totally different scenario. Hillary was a very good singer, exceptionally good singer. I mean, Muhammad Ali Shaikhi, I'm not saying that he's a bad singer, but Hillary was a better singer. Muhammad Ali Shaikhi was a good performer, you can say.
Blackjacks would invite us to come every evening at about 11 o'clock when they were playing the last set at Hotel Miran, Kaval restaurant. And the gentleman I would specifically like to mention is Glenn Boyle. He was somebody that was very stern, very hard when you played wrong chords, but I guess that's the way you learn. And they would allow us to come and play the last set on their instruments in their restaurant, taking the risk of management objecting to them, but they didn't care. They would allow us. And that's what inspired us to go further.
Nadeem ने अपने भाई के साथ ये रमज़ानों में to earn some extra money, ये रमज़ान में शाम में हॉशू रेस्टोरेंट खुलता था तो उनके घर के करीब ही था, तो वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस था, तो उन्होंने रमज़ान में नाइट जॉब जो थी शाम की इधर जॉब कर ली। वहाँ पे पहली दफ़ा नदीम ने लाइव बैंड, द बैंड टेलिस्कोप, जिसमें ये नॉर्मन भी था, देयर वाज अ ड्रमर बाय द नेम रोली एंड एलन वाज ऑन द बेस, आई रिमेंबर। ही केम एंड ही उसने आइडिया हमारे सामने फ्लोट किया है कि यार ये तो बड़ी मज़ेदार चीज़ है, आ जाओ एक दिन आ जाओ, वहाँ पे खाना है। भी सर चलो विल ऑल पूल इन एंड कुछ ना कुछ करके हम लोग कर लेंगे। नदीम ने कहा कि मैं डिस्काउंट भी तुम लोगों को दिलवा दूंगा मैं। उसने पहले से बात कर ली। ही वांटेड टू शो अस दैट बैंड एंड दैट वाज द फर्स्ट डे, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, दैट वाज द फर्स्ट डे वी सॉ लाइव बैंड प्लेइंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस एंड दे वर प्लेइंग अमेजिंग। अभी आज भी है, आजकल का जो म्यूज़िक है, दे अगर कोई लाइव म्यूज़िक बज रहा होता है, दे डोंट हैव अ कंट्रोल ओवर देयर म्यूज़िक, बट प्लेइंग इन दैट स्मॉल प्लेस जहाँ पे साउंड रिस्ट्रिक्शंस भी प्रॉब्लम थी उनके पास, दे हैड अ गुड कंट्रोल ओवर देयर म्यूज़िक.
It's not easy playing live in front of people. You know, you don't have a second chance to correct your mistakes that you make. So you're always trying to either cover up those mistakes in such a way that people don't notice it. You know, and the best part is that's where the teamwork also shows, because when one individual makes an error, and if everyone stops and looks at him, you know, you can make out that he has made the error. But what used to happen was that the guitarist would cover up and